Outside of Detroit, two men are seen in this video. It's a doorbell video. They're posing as utility workers. It was captured moments before a deadly robbery. Police say the 72-year-old victim and his wife were led to their basement where the man was killed. Investigators believe the couple may have been targeted because they owned a jewelry and pawn shop nearby. Police say the victim's wife was able to get away and call 911.
There was another phone. She was actually in the kitchen area, and there was another phone right in that area, and she was able to get free enough to be able to access that phone.
Police say a second suspect was arrested more than 1,000 miles away in Louisiana. He was charged with murder and 2 counts of unlawful.
With 22 days to go until the election, Vice President Kamala Harris is calling on a powerful group to help her win the competitive 2024 race. NBC News Washington correspondent Yamiche Alcindor reports on the Divine Nine, a group of historically black sororities and fraternities that have rallied around Harris since her ascent to the vice presidency.
On a recent Saturday in Philadelphia, 4 women with a personal connection to Vice President Kamala Harris took to the streets to canvass for her.
Can you take 4 or more with you to the polls?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are Harris's line sisters, part of a group of 38 women who pledged Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority together in spring 1986 as college students at Howard University.
Your line sister is your ride or die. Your line sister is a person who supports you, who lifts you up, who's an important part of your life for the rest of your life.
Our sisterhood lasts a lifetime.
She just always carried herself in a fashion that she was able to get things done under pressure.
She was very focused on the task at hand, and not easily flappable.
Alpha Kappa Alpha is part of the Divine Nine, a group of historically black fraternities and sororities.
It's an amazingly influential group of people.
Most of the Divine Nine was founded at the beginning of the 20th century. Prominent members include civil rights leaders like Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, and John Lewis, as well as author Toni Morrison and Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm. As nonprofit, groups don't endorse candidates, but individually their members, which number in the hundreds of thousands, can support candidates.
Look at it as a massive voting bloc that I don't think people really understand.
This year, Harris's line sister have partnered with the Working Families Party and the Harris Campaign to organize buses to take volunteers around battleground states like Pennsylvania, Michigan, Georgia, and Nevada.
Do you think the power of the Divine Nine is going to show up in a way that maybe people don't expect in this election?
Well, absolutely. Look at the bus.
Some in the Divine Nine, including Alpha Kappa Alpha, have started political action committees and are now raising money for Harris. Lawrence Ross, a member of Alpha Phi Alpha and an author of a book on the Divine Nine, says the new PACs are significant.
It is one thing to vote and it's one thing to phone bank. However, candidates need money to be able to thrive. Reality is that with our networking and our network that we have in this country, it has a potential to be very powerful.
He says Harris, becoming a major party presidential candidate, connects directly with why the groups were started.
It's kind of the culmination of exactly why we exist. We wanted to make sure that we nurtured the people we saw as leaders.
Reverend Willie Broderick, a member of Omega Psi Phi, said that mission motivated him to drive from Boston to Philly to knock on doors.
I really do believe this is the election of our life.
What does it mean to have Kamala Harris at the top of the ticket?
I think it opens doors for so many young people to really believe that there's no height that they can't get to. There's no impact that they cannot make.
Now Harris's line sisters hope voters get to see the woman they've come to love.
She's authentic, she's sincere, she's compassionate. We are members of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, and we understand what that means to uplift our community.
Yamiche Alcindor, NBC News, Philadelphia.
Yeah, a really important report. It's been incredible to see the fundraising power behind them. And Yamiche didn't mention it, but she is also a member of the Divine Nine. It really goes to show you sort of the levels of celebrity and the reach.
Yeah, and the people power that they have, right? Just getting out there and trying to recruit or trying to convince voters to come out.
Absolutely. Yamiche, thanks for that one.
Coming up, the kindness of strangers. How